There was this brilliant band from Liverpool. No, not that one. Nope, not those either. Nope. Nope. No. Right, sod it. I'll start again. In Liverpool, there was a band called the Beatles. They went on to musically dominate the world in the 1960s, and between 1961 to 63, they played the Cavern Club in Liverpool city centre 292 times. The venue has now become one of the city's most popular tourist attractions for pilgrims of the Fab Four, and yes, it does feature on our film location walking tour. I was lucky enough to work there during my days in university, many moons ago. In 1964, the Beatles flew to New York City, where they appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show, and the rest is history. After countless #1 singles and albums, the band went their separate ways in 1970. During our visit to the Big Apple, we visited two important John Lennon locations, which are mere seconds walking distance away from each other. Welcome to Central Park. Everybody knows this place. It's featured in an unimaginable amount of films over the years. When Harry Met Sally, Home Alone 2, Serendipity, Elf, Wall Street, Kramer vs. Kramer, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Ghostbusters, Leon, countless others. It's arguably the most famous park in the world. A nerdy favourite fact of mine is that its designs were actually based upon Birkenhead Park, which is back home in Merseyside. It's amazing having all of this spectacular green space surrounded by all of these impressive skyscrapers. But the location I'm wanting to find today is linked to back home, so let's go. So welcome to Strawberry Fields. The entrance is located on Central Park West at 72nd Street, and John Lennon died in 1980, and in April 1981, this whole area was named after the famous Beatles song Strawberry Fields Forever, itself being a song about an area of Liverpool which was located at the back of John Lennon's former home on Menloff Avenue. So Yoko Ono wanted this area to become a living memorial rather than just having a statue of John Lennon. So construction began in 1984 for the various pathways in this area, and the most famous part, of course, being this tremendous mosaic which reads Imagine after the famous song. Now, I have visited this area before, but it's always emotional just to come back and see it again. And it's always very peaceful, and I think it's just amazing to see how many Beatles fans continue to make the pilgrimage today to pay their respects.
Filla, vai in mezzo.
No, fai con la macchina.
No, qua. Vieni fuori, dai.
Just a short walk from Strawberry Fields, literally seconds along this pathway, you can see the Dakota Building breaking through the trees, and this is the building that John and Yoko moved into in 1973. And that top floor apartment in the window there was their actual apartment, and there was a famous photograph featuring John and Central Park just behind him, which was taken from that very window. Yoko still lives in the Dakota Building to this day, and just on the corner here at the entrance of Central Park, one of my favourite photographs of the two of them was taken. Now, of course, primarily we are a channel dedicated to cinema and not music locations. However, horror fans may also recognise the Dakota Building from the 1968 film Rosemary's Baby, which was directed by Roman Polanski, and it starred Mia Farrow and John Cassavetes. So if you haven't seen it before, then I'd definitely recommend checking it out. This building was used for the exterior shots of the young married couple's new home in the film. As you can see, it's a magnificent building, and we're just about to approach the main entrance here. So here's a few of my favourite images that were taken from this exact spot. The first is from the cover of the single Watching the Wheels, which was released posthumously in 1981. You can also see on this image John's second son, Sean, who's being carried by Yoko as they return home. The Dakota Building opened in 1884, and it had 65 apartments, with some having as many as 20 rooms. No two apartments were the same, and it went on to become a magnet for New York's high society. It's also had many famous residents over the years, besides John and Yoko. Actors, writers, poets, musicians such as Lauren Bacall, Roberta Flack, Judy Garland, Charles Henry Ford, Boris Karloff, Jack Palance, Robert Ryan, and many others have all lived here over the years. The Dakota also has its own subway station incorporated into the building. 72nd Street Station also pays homage to the former Beatle, with one of the walls being painted to represent the famous lyric from his song Imagine, "Above Us Only Sky." So whether you're a Beatles fan, a film fan, or just interested in general pop culture, both Strawberry Fields and the Dakota Building are must-see locations if you're ever in New York City. And remember, just as Dr. Winston O'Boogie taught us, time you enjoy wasting was not wasted.
It's us.
If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more film content. And if you would like to join us for a film location walking tour of Liverpool, you can do so by booking online at realtours.co.uk.